like, subscribe, share, hit thumbs up, by the way. Yeah, that pain got me today. Weather going from 75 degrees to cold as all out.
Neither Elon Musk or Donald Trump has ever had sex that was consensual on part of a woman.
I swear, this washed-up battle axe can't get any attention unless she puts our name in her Botox-filled mouth.
Seriously, what a miserable hack. I've had 14 kids, and her barren womb hasn't produced any.
Check out this monstrosity without any makeup or filters. Ew.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. President, I just stopped by because my sources have told me that the globalists are not happy with you and Elon jamming up their plans for the New World Order, and they have something really nasty up their sleeve.
It's okay, Alex. We're ready for anything, and if things get too hairy, I'll call my main man, Mr. T, to crack some skulls.
Gotcha, Chief. And don't forget, I'm in my best shape in 20 years, and I am always ready, willing, and able to kick some communist butt.
So I came to El Salvador in order to go into the jail and see the MS-13 gangbanger.
El white boy está mucho loco.
What an absolute traitor to the American people.
This fool takes taxpayer money to make this useless trip, but won't address migrants killing women in his own state.
Seriously.
I tell you, these phony Democrats are digging their own grave. Let's see what the people have to say.
These dumb Democrats out here fighting their damnedest to get this terrorist back in our country. They're saying they want him home. He is home, in El Salvador, where he belongs.
You know, we're doing what the majority of Americans want, and the president of El Salvador and I have a great relationship, so that gang-banging piece of trash isn't going anywhere.
We're talking about the guy from El Salvador here for the people that came in late. I'm gonna rewind it a couple minutes.
I'll call my main man, Mr. T, to crack some skulls.
That's the real Mr. T.
Gotcha, Chief. And don't forget, I'm in my best shape in 20 years, and I am always ready, willing, and able to kick some communist butt.
So I came to El Salvador in order to go into the jail and see the MS-13 gangbanger.
El white boy está mucho loco.
What an absolute traitor to the American people.
This fool takes taxpayer money to make this useless trip, but won't address migrants killing women in his own state.
Seriously.
I tell you, these phony Democrats are digging their own grave. Let's see what the people have to say.
These dumb Democrats out here fighting their damnedest to get this terrorist back in our country. They're saying they want him home. He is home, in El Salvador, where he belongs.
You know, we're doing what the majority of Americans want, and the president of El Salvador and I have a great relationship, so that gang-banging piece of trash isn't going anywhere.
I know we don't deport citizens, but maybe you can make an exception for this moron.
I feel so powerless. I'm sitting in my car in the parking lot at my job, and I just have to go to work. And I am gonna just serve people food and be like, yes, how would you like your steak cooked? Oh, would you like to die in El Salvador? Because they're gonna deport us all.
What a nut trap.
I hear you, Alex. What a freaking loon.
His face.
What in tarnations is that?
Another one of these liberal nut jobs. I'm sure she voted for Kamala.
The Kamala.
How does she drink anything with all those holes in her damn face?
I don't know, but she must be like this guy.
So I guess this might just be the Democrat ticket in 2028, huh?
Yeah, you have old Horseface over here and Bernie, who's starting to look like that crazy scientist Doc Brown from Back to the Future. He should take that DeLorean back to Woodstock and keep his commie ass right there.
Seriously.
Trump administration accused New York Attorney General Letitia James of mortgage fraud.
Isn't it ironic that this corrupt cow is getting investigated for the same stuff she tried to pin on me?
Seriously.
Wow.
That's poetic justice, if I've ever seen it, boss.
What a fraud. She lied and said her main residence was in Virginia, all while being the Attorney General of New York, and not to mention saying she was married to her own father, of all people.
Yeah, her and that other slob,
Wow,
Alvin Bragg,
she said she was
won't be
a-
having those all-you-can-eat lunches together, and soon she'll be eating trays of jailhouse slop.
Man, I'd love to be there with the InfoWars crew the day they make her do the perp walk in handcuffs.
She reminds me of this broad.
We are living in the Trump era.
So Shamu here is blaming me for her being as big as a house?
Something tells me she was a whale since the Reagan era.
This blob on a treadmill is more rare than a Bigfoot sighting.
Hey, Big Back Mama, it's not my fault you can't put down the Whoppers and have a salad. You know, she's talking like I strapped her to a table and poured gravy down her throat. All right, everybody, making America is a full-time job, and we have to get back to work. But thanks for joining us, Alex.
It was a pleasure, Mr. President. We definitely must do this again.
So for me and all the gang, this is...
Alright, let's go to this.
Introducing the
Yeah, this weather fucked my body up today, man. Going from fucking like it's 80 almost back down to fucking, what is it, 56? Oh man, that's painful. With rain.
way to increase water pressure by 15 times without using any energy. This new $80 jet pressure accelerator harnesses the cleaning force of a hydraulic power system. And it's...
Welcome to China in Focus. I'm Tiffany Meyer. Our top story. President Trump said a trade deal with China could happen within 3 to 4 weeks, and that China has reached out to talk since he raised tariffs to a total of 245%.
I think we're going to make a deal with China. We're going to make a deal with everybody.
A recent report says the mayor of Boston received campaign funds from a person tied to China's propaganda and spy entity on the Chinese regime's efforts to influence U.S. politics and poach talent.
They are bankrolling American politicians, and we call it unrestricted warfare, but the tip of the spear of unrestricted warfare is political warfare.
The U.S. is unveiling new fees for Chinese-built ships that sail through U.S. ports. Details on the move to restore U.S. shipbuilding. China halting its purchases of liquefied natural gas from the U.S. How could China's economic shifts reshape geopolitics? And what's the bigger strategy at play? And the State Department says a Chinese firm is helping the Houthi terrorist group target U.S. ships in the Red Sea. More on what we know so far.
Like, subscribe, share, hit thumbs up, yo. Thanks for watching. That's it for this episode.